Hey, you're watching Pilot Season. I'm your host and showrunner, Ryan Burkett. Pilot Season streams monthly on the Trident Network, a three-pronged entertainment company that features streaming shows like this, podcasts of every genre, and videos that you can find places like YouTube. Every episode of Pilot Season, a team of actors and a team of writers combine forces and create an original sitcom pilot live. It's never been seen before, and it won't be seen again. Joining me and making this possible every episode is one of my friends and heroes and the creator, the founder of the Trident Network, Val Agnew. Val, how are you?
I'm great. I've never been called someone's hero. You're my hero.
Well, listen, if you could hear behind your back, that's the buzz that I'm getting. The word on the street, Val Agnew's a real hero. Um,
Wow.
Val, we took a little break
We did.
uh, for the holiday season. The month of December, we didn't have a show. We're back with the full all-star cast, all returning guests. I'm so happy for us to meet them. But first, we need to get a suggestion from our Twitch chat room.
Yeah, we do.
Um, the genre of sitcom that we're creating tonight, we're returning to the well, to our origins, and we're doing a genre that we call fondly fresh starts. And so this is a genre of sitcom where someone has moved to the big city, or they've graduated from college, or they've, like Felicity, they've left their high school and gone to a college with a crush. Maybe it's about a divorce or a new job or a tragedy. You get the idea. So I want to reach out to our chat and get one of those life decisions. It can be one of somebody's own decisions that they made, an event that just happened that they had to spring forth from to live their sitcom. um, while we're doing that, we are going to meet our cast tonight for this great first episode of 2025. Not everybody knows I consider myself a writer. I love writers. They're some of my favorite types of people. But at Pilot Season, we meet the actors first. Um, Joining us for the first time, a returning guest, but for the first time on the acting side, we have Christopher Arneson. Chris, welcome back.
Hey Ryan, thanks so much for having me. It's great to be
Chris,
here.
it's so great to see you, honestly. Um, since you're a returning guest, we've talked about sitcoms with you a little bit already. I'd like to know your favorite sitcom character. This could be of all time or a character from a show you're watching now.
I I'm watching a couple shows right now. I'm watching Veep, and I just finished Shrinking, as I guess to where it is currently. I don't know if I have a favorite character in that show, but I think one of my favorite characters for character actors is probably Matt Berry, and they're finishing up their show, What We Do in the Shadows. So Laszlo from that show is definitely a big favorite of mine. So everything he says, I think it's just hilarious. His inflection, the way he like every character that he does always feels unique, even though it's very much Matt Berry in the center of it. So
I love that answer. I also really respond to you having watched Veep and Shrinking together. Those are really like the sitcom angel and devil on your shoulders.
I need a yin and yang in my life, you know.
Yeah.
So and
I feel like
I never finished Veep. So finally going through the whole thing now. It feels like the right time, I guess. So
there's no wrong time, but right now, that's a great choice. Also, returning guest, returning champion all star, Maggie Pinkawa. Maggie, welcome back. Happy New
Hi.
Year. Maggie, you and I we've talked a lot about sitcoms on this show. A question I don't think I've asked you before. If you could adapt a movie, any film from Hollywood's history, into a weekly sitcom,
Wow. What would I choose? My garbage brain is only thinking of ones that are jokes. I'm like, The Addams Family. No, Beetlejuice, also a cartoon. They did an amazing job. What movie would I want? Okay, so here's my pitch, and no one's ever gonna do it. I want to live in a Shire sitcom. I want fucking high fantasy, but stupid shit. Like, my elf roommate won't put his dishes away. I want to live in the comfort of the Shire where like hobbits are getting into mischief, they're having too much mead from the Green Dragon, And then like it's high fantasy elements, but without the world-ending pants-shitting anxiety that seems to, like you're like, oh, I could use a comfort movie, and then you're sobbing to the Two Towers, and it's too. I want 28 minutes with commercials for soap in there of fantasy characters having a sitcom level of distress and resolving it and resetting back to the Shire at its peak at the beginning of every episode.
Yes.
I love that. And I'm so glad you mentioned Two Towers, because Two Towers is the one that stresses me out the most, because they're up in that tree the entire movie.
100%.
And
Yeah.
if there was a sitcom episode where Mary and Pip are at the, are those guys called ants? What are the tree guys
Yeah,
called?
they're ants, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If they're up an ant for 22 minutes, like maybe they're afraid to get down, maybe they're hiding. Like that's
Right.
way more the speed of what I need right now.
The anxiety of an ant moot is more than I can fucking handle. And yet I watch it all the time. I want a Shire sitcom.
Of that. But it is still 3 hours long.
Yeah. Yeah. I sit down and I stream like 3 seasons and I'm like, at least it's not a long movie, and I wake up a week later. Yeah.
Also returning, we have Will Poole. Well, welcome back, Will. Thank you for joining us again. Will, upcoming, we've got a crossover episode between Abbott Elementary and Always Sunny.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
talked about that on this show quite a bit. You're a network executive. You get to cross over 2 sitcoms. They don't have to be current ones. They could be a current one and a classic one, 2 classics, 2 new ones. What do you pick?
Perfect. Okay. I will choose, just because it's so funny. The 2 shows I'm currently watching right now are The Great, and I've just started watching Frasier. And I think they would just meld beautifully together. I think, Niles is dead within a few days. I think they just sense that, they smell that weakness, and they take him out. But that'd be beautiful.
The wordplay alone.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it would be really good. It'd be, you can just see Frasier trying to join the coup. He's being unhelpful, kind of nitpicking.
If I understand correctly, with the Always Sunny and Abbott Elementary crossover, they each have their own episode point of view.
Oh, yeah.
An episode of Frasier featuring the Great characters, and then an episode of the Great with the reverse angle.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. That would be perfect. I need to see Peter in the coffee shop. I need to see Catherine giving out advice over the radio.
No, I've never watched the Great. Is there a dog on the Great?
There is a bear. There's
Okay.
technically 2, but only, yeah.
Okay, so then that could also be a little subplot with our
Little, yeah,
Jack
little.
Russell and the bear.
I mean, the bear in The Great is nothing compared to the real acting we're seeing from the dog in Frasier. That is like one of the most well-trained animals I've ever seen in my life.
Okay,
It has comedic timing.
we don't have time for this, but I do have to digress. So first of all, the dog on Frasier is a good sitcom actor.
Yeah, yeah.
And in Kelsey Grammer's memoirs, there's like a whole section where he's like, stop asking about the dog. He was trained. He's not an actor. And I was like, you've said everything you need to say.
Yeah,
All I needed to
yeah.
That's
You've
of all,
overplayed your
Staged
pants,
by a
sir.
dog.
the ego to be like, okay, well, the dog's not a real actor. Sorry, he didn't like highlight his script or whatever.
Yeah. You weren't trained, Mr. Grammer?
He has like 12 Emmys and he's intimidated.
Why are you threatened by this amazing dog?
The dog.
Y'all need to
You're
watch
right.
Real House.
Wait,
yes,
tossed bear heads and scrambled eggs. Now I'm done.
Oh, wow.
perfect. Joining us again on the writing side, we have John Francis. John, welcome back.
Hi, Ryan. Thanks.
John, if you could bring back any old sitcom, it could be one that was canceled, one that you think didn't get a good enough shot, what would you bring back?
I would, and I mean, it would require bringing. I can't get enough of the Larry Sanders Show, and I think having it go from I feel like I've given this answer that show at least once before, but it's so funny to me, just the way I'm right in the middle of it when it really just starts to get dark with the whole darkness of the sidekick thing feels just even. It'd be interesting to see like the next generation of that show.
Oh, if Larry Sanders had to be on social media, like that.
Oh,
If you had to have clips, if you had to have like viral clips, that would be.
yeah, and
he had to interview a TikToker. Larry Sanders would not survive.
No, he wouldn't. He would be in the black shades. I love how when he's sad, he dresses in all black and is like with the sunglasses on, and it's over the top, but it is. I would 100% bring that show back, I think. And we'd get Gary Shandling back, I guess, in the process.
Yeah, you would have green light for every aspect of it. Joining us again, another all-star. We have Andy Meholick. Andy, welcome back, my friend.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Andy, you're going to greenlight a new show based on an old show, but it's the second generation. So I need to know the show that we want to see the future of. It's the kids of the characters. It's the next wave of people who work at that business, what have you. What would you?
100%. Weirdly, the one that came to my brain, who knows why, but let's run with it. Wayans Brothers. I want to see more Wayans. That was a childhood classic. I could see Where's Dot, Where's Pops. Yes, more brothers.
I love that. In general with these casts, how fast you guys are with, you're like, oh, I get to create a sitcom. Okay, it's this. And I appreciate people who, spend your work day giving like 60%. And that helps our show that you are preoccupied with, some would say meaningless thoughts, but I really appreciate them.
I just need to know where are the Wayans at all times, and all of them. And this would help me know that for sure.
You keep track. Also joining us again, I think we might be into double digits. We have Jamie Patton. Jamie, welcome back.
Thank you for having me back.
Jamie, for those of you who don't know, has a Substack where she tells us what she's reading and watching and listening to. So I am this is a real taste maker moment for you.
Oh, no.
And this could be a sitcom that has come and gone. It could be one that's on now. What's like an underdog recommendation? What's like a sleeper hit for you that you wish more people watched and talked about?
I feel like it just ended. I'd say Somebody Somewhere was like such a lovely show and so wonderful. I feel like that's getting a little bit more buzz. Just for straight jokes, Girls Five Eva, like justice for that didn't get its due. I think everybody needs to go watch that, and myself included. I'm just like, oh, there are so many jokes I'm sure I missed. I need to go back and just have it on all the time.
Those are both great suggestions because they're both very accessible right now.
Yeah.
You can watch them right after this tonight. And also they both go down easy in different ways. Somebody Somewhere is hanging out with your sweetest friend, and then when it's over, you realize how much you miss them. And then Girls Five Eva, like you said, is just like joke. And some shows with like rapid fire jokes like that, it's like, well, what else are they giving me? Girls Five Eva doesn't matter. It's in that 30 Rock realm where it's like, you just have to like hold your breath for the next one so you don't miss it.
Yeah.
Val, have we gotten a suggestion from our chat?
Oh my God, we have gotten so many good suggestions. I'm going to start writing them down, saving them for later, because I can't even with how many we've gotten this particular time. But I have selected a merger of a few ideas into one. So we are leaving our big city finance job to be an alpaca farmer.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Isn't that always the way? That's stunning. I love that. TikTok, if we don't pull it out a last minute save of this, recently groomed alpacas is a thing that I have seen on TikTok, where it's just their little dandelion heads on just like nothing. So cute. Would you repeat that though? I'm sorry.
Yep. Leaving your big city finance job to become an alpaca farmer.
Got it. Okay. Everybody have that on deck. We're going to discuss this. Val, if you would return to the chat and see if we have inspirations for a title for this sitcom. We're going to start with our actors. Chris, are there any immediate characters that you're thinking of creating based on this suggestion?
Oh man, I feel like as soon as this person lands, they meet somebody that just becomes entangled in this journey with them, like as a guide, but like that person too is also looking for deeper meaning in their life or more inspiration, but and they find it together, but it becomes like a planes, trains, and automobiles sort of thing, but maybe like alpacas, donkeys, and a toucan. I'm not sure where alpacas are from, top of my head.
There it is.
Maggie, same question. Who are you seeing in this world?
So my algorithm gives me a lot of hoof trimming videos. So the way that people talk about these animals, they're so knowledgeable in the way they're like, yeah, you could tell she was really uncomfortable and we're gonna take good care of her. So this just like super empathetic, like animal professional. I would like someone to groom my hooves. That's what
I once in a while I'll see those, and when they really like get like a big like half moon out, or they dig out like, they find like a rock or something, I'm like, I would sort of like to try that.
I would like to try that. Or like the barnacle, like yeah. But like empathetic animal people.
Totally. Will, same question. Any characters that you're inspired to create so far?
Yeah, I mean, they're you're coming somewhere where there are alpaca farms. So you have to assume if there's like the loving animal person who's like visiting your farm to help, there's whoever this free spirit that can get entangled along the way. There's also going to be like the grizzled professional who is like, another city boy coming into town. You think Alpaca Inn is easy? Like, just kind of, everyone's a little scared to get on their gruff side.
Yeah. Does anyone know water alpacas, is their product fur?
It's gotta be.
Wool? There's like a wool.
Yeah, it's got
wool.
We're making like cashmere.
You make those like hats with the little balls that hang on the side, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like silky wool though. It's kind of nice.
There's like a humane byproduct, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
All my knowledge comes from Emperor's New Groove, and I'm going to use it.
Perfect. Those are llamas. But that's perfect.
Let's use it though.
John, we're going to check in with our writers. John, what's a situation that these characters might get up to?
Well, I mean, you can very clearly, when you got living animals, and you're caretaking them, and you used to be in, there's all kinds of animal need. I can imagine a lot of needs to go see a veterinary doctor in pretty short order. Maybe both a veterinary doctor and a human doctor at the same episode be kind of a thematically fun. The alpaca, you bump heads, you both got to go into the concussion protocol.
The alpaca's tracing a hoof back and forth. John, follow-up question. What's a location, like a specific location that we might see in this episode?
They're from the Andes Mountains, but they're on farms in North America. didn't pull a Wikipedia article up or anything, but I feel like the fresh start, if this guy's really from big finance, it's like you got to go to the Andes Mountains, I would say, to like, get the authentic
research.
Yeah. So I'd say the Andes Mountains.
Andy, same initial question for you. Any sitcom situations you see these characters getting tangled up in?
I don't have to go there, but I wouldn't care if the alpaca talked to someone. I want to write off the alpaca as a realism,
Never.
What's that? We were talking Lord of the Rings before this. Elijah Wood show where he talks to
Wilfred?
Yeah.
That.
Andy, follow-up question. What's our time period? Are we in the present day? Are we in the past somewhere?
Yeah. What if, because now it's so hip to do this. What if this was before it was cool and it's pre-cell phone, 80s?
One of our like the alpaca outliers. We haven't
like you have a map to get there, like a paper map.
Yeah. I love that. And I say this almost every episode. I think, if you can't just text someone to solve your sitcom misunderstanding, your show is probably funnier.
Yeah.
Jamie, same initial question. Any sitcom shenanigans that you're excited to see?
I think thinking about like fresh start or somewhat, leaving behind finance, the big city to go to, this rural thing. I just think of now that's the area of like Hallmark movies. So I think like the idea of like, oh, you're gonna find love too. So like the whole maybe using that to meet people, or someone being really, really into the fact that, oh, you're starting over. You're, big city person starting over again.
I love that. Follow-up question. Assuming you're our TV executive who greenlights this show, what's our format? Are we a show with a laugh track? Are we for adults, etc.?
I think adults, if we're going to have a talking alpaca, possibly. Andy's, I feel it's like single camera. You can swear. Like I feel like this is FX. I feel like this is.
Yeah. This is giving me a little bit Northern Exposure vibes.
Oh yeah.
I've seen any of that. Yeah. And as always, thanks to a generous grant from the Trident Network, we have paid multiple FCC fines in advance. So writers and actors, if any of you drop any F-bombs or any other kind of language shocks in this show, you're covered. Val, do we have a title?
Oh, do we? It is Wool Street.
Oh,
that's so good.
So much.
Wow.
I want to say we could have gotten there, but I don't know if personally, if I could have until like 3 a.m., I would have bolted away.
It was a really cool thing where like everyone in the chat built on each other and it just narrowed down to Wool Street, and I'm proud of that.
This is why we have to keep doing this show, because just, they say to do like one thing every day that scares you. I have that covered. Once a month, just being just like fully delighted by surprise. That's where you really like know that you're still like in it. I really appreciate that. Okay, so our show is called Wool Street. And we're getting ready to do our cold open. This is the first scene before the credits. We're going to meet a few characters. We're going to hit a punchline, and Val's going to call it. Actors, you have a lot ahead of you to build. Writers, we know what we need to do. Val, are you ready to start this episode of Wool Street?
I'm so ready. Let's do it.
All right.
all right, cleaning up the shop a little bit. Is that the door of my feed store opening up I see over there?
Ding ding.
Okay, no one. Hello.
How do you get? It's like
Just
no door. Oh, hey.
is someone being
Hi.
held back?
Hi.
Hello? Oh, okay.
Hi.
There we go.
Sorry. Sorry. Just got off a flight. And I'm. Hi.
Go on, bring up,
Hi.
yeah,
I'm
bring all 4 bags in.
Yeah.
Don't leave any of that outside. It's a
Is there
hill.
like a guy?
Roll down
There's
the hill.
So you're saying there's not a guy? Okay, I'll get him. Yeah.
I'm the guy.
You're the
You're
guy.
looking at the one guy who works here.
Okay. Yeah.
Chet's Feed Store. You're looking at Chet, baby.
Hey, how you doing? Chet's my name's Griff.
Griff.
That's yeah. Do I Sorry, I'm just a little flustered. I kind of just threw my whole life away, and got a plane and packed everything into a couple bags and
Right, well, it's just Tuesday for me, buddy.
yeah. Yeah. Guess it's gotta be Tuesday for somebody, right?
Me.
So yeah, you, Chet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said it was Griff?
Griff, yeah. It's a family name.
Okay. Did you think this was a hotel?
I thought I asked the guy and I got like a book for but I'm not a great studier, so I'm thinking I'm getting some of the lingo mixed up. But yeah, I'm looking for really just a place to learn a new skill. I'm looking, to
You're not another one of these city boys coming to make a little personal zoo for yourself, are you?
No, not. I want to call it a zoo. I could call it like maybe like a mental like refreshing of my entire life.
Okay.
Hey, Chet, how's it going? Ugh, you would not believe the huge abscess I just had to pack down the hill. Oh, hey, excuse me. I just need to pack a alpaca food.
You know what? I think I would believe it. It's still kind of all over the front of your shirt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so embarrassing.
All right,
Yeah,
pack of the usual stuff?
Say again?
Pack of the usual stuff?
Yeah, if you don't mind. And actually, can I get a couple more bags of saline? I got a surgery. I got to deliver 3 alpaca pups at noon.
Pups.
That's what a real animal owner looks like.
You old flirt. Put it on my tab, huh?
Of course. Careful, there's a ton of bags in here right now.
Yeah, man, someone moving in. See you later, Chet.
You see that?
Yeah, that is some salt of the earth stuff right there.
That should be a goal for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll put it on the list of goals that I do plan on achieving. I don't know. I'm not. I think I'm here to actually do something. Because seems like you've met a lot of people that.
Are you implying that me and the woman you just met aren't doing something?
No, I'm implying that other people that you may think are like me.
This is it. This is the type of breakdowns people have in the big city.
I wouldn't call it. I had a breakdown. No, I had a breakdown in the city. First of all, I'm here to fix said breakdown.
Opening credits.
I do just need to say real quick, a character entering, pulling off a glove, like subtext, backstory, learning so much immediately. We're going to start with our actors on that note. Maggie, let's just jump right in. Your character that we just met, let us know something about them, something from their backstory or a secret that they have that you'd like the writers to use, or something that motivates you in that character.
I think that a lot of people, when they leave cities and they go to rural places, they think people there are dumb. She is not dumb, right? Like, she's like a professionally trained veterinarian, both. I don't know. It's improv. Veterinarian. So she's real smart. I don't know. I think that she might seem like a local yokel, but I bet there's more there than that.
I love that, and I bet that's true. I think there's multiple ways to be smart, and when we get into trouble, sometimes as a nation, it's because people think there's only one way to be smart.
Wow.
Moving on, Chris. Same initial question. Any backstory you'd like us to know about this man who's just arrived in town? Any secret that you know about him or anything from his history?
Had an absolute meltdown at work. They like kind of comes through like episodically getting to know stuff. I feel like the person that might learn that first is if we meet a talking alpaca, or like maybe a reflection of that person's psyche. Like, yeah, that this person is like leaving. Their entire life is blown up, and they need something new.
Listen, I've had a couple of fresh starts in my life, and a couple of them were also like decided for me. Like, it's time for you to start a new thing. Will, same question. Any backstory or secrets or history that you want us to know about your character?
Yeah, I mean, right away, I think this guy is very bitter because he's like built himself as a pillar of this community, and he absolutely has a child who left to go live in the big city. Just without a doubt bitter.
Okay.
It's kind of like, why wasn't this enough for you?
Yeah, and then much like how some people do a gentler job parenting grandkids than kids, maybe the alpacas are getting a lot of compassion.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Let's turn to our writers. John, we're getting ready to do Act 1 of our episode. Where is our first scene physically located?
I think that we should see, maybe he somehow runs into, she's birthing some alpacas, and maybe wherever that's at, which maybe would be a veterinary clinic, possibly a farm, that, maybe on this guy's way home or wherever he's going.
Yeah, I love that. Jamie, how much time has passed between our cold open and Act 1?
I think not long. I think maybe like an hour later. I want him still fresh into town. Yeah.
Love that. And Andy, give us a line of dialogue that you'd like to hear in Act 1.
Thank you for that opportunity.
Thank you for that opportunity. Actors, have that ready. Okay, we have a huge assignment. I think we know what needs to happen. Val, are you ready for Act 1 of Wool Street?
I'm so ready. Let's do it.
Go.
Hello?
Hi, little busy.
Hi. Whoa. That is a lot of similar colors. I was told by the shop chat, told me to come talk to you real quick. You're busy though. I mean, can I help with anything?
Yeah, can you catch?
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Grab some of those elbow-long gloves from the wall. You see the box over there?
Right over there. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, this right here. This is Lorraine.
Hi.
Talk nice to her.
Hello, Lorraine. What a beautiful name. I have an aunt, Lorraine.
Is this the best you can do?
This is the best I could do without a little.
She doesn't want like small talk. Not that much. She doesn't care. Okay, this isn't like you're meeting someone at a bookshop. Okay, she's giving birth right now.
I will quit the small talk then. Okay. Hi, Lorraine. How's the weather? I'm not good. I'm actually really bad at not doing small talk. I'm sorry. Hi. Can I pet you? Should I pet you?
Is this your first birth?
Yes, this is definitely my first birth. Outside the one that I had when I was born. But other than that, yeah. So, how many are in Lorraine right now?
She is having 2 pups. It's twins. Isn't she doing a wonderful job? You're doing so wonderful, sweetheart.
You're doing,
Okay,
yeah,
so what I'm gonna
doing
do
great.
now is I'm gonna need to go around in the back, and I'm going to have to reach within her, and I'm going to have to pull out because the second baby is in call, so it's gonna be a procedure. I need you to be at the front end and make sure that she stays calm. Can you help with that?
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
Great. You're gonna do great. Okay.
Hi. I don't mean to talk to you like you're a kid or something. I just don't know how to talk to animals or kids, really. So, but you are doing something that kids don't do right now. So you're having a kid. So that's cool. Are you hungry?
Hey, I really appreciate what you're doing. I'm just trying to focus right now. I'm so sorry. It was nice earlier with there's a little bit of, I like the small talk, or it was originally, it was okay, but you seem new. Are you new?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing right now, it's actually it's a lot. There are 2 human arms inside me. Have you ever had 2 human arms inside you?
Only one, never 2.
I was gonna say, don't say never, because I smell a lie. This is my absolute best friend, Nancy. She has both
she's
her
whining
arms.
for me. Keep it up. You're doing a good job.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
both
Say thank
we
you,
both thank yous for both of us.
Okay. Yeah, you're ruining that suit, by the way.
Yeah. I was gonna get something maybe a little less more suited for this environment.
Can we just make her the star of this fucking moment?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm talking about suits with a llama.
You're
try telling her your name, something real. Tell her something real about yourself. She's vulnerable for you. Try it.
Thank you for that opportunity. My name is Griff. It's a family name. So
beautiful.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you so much. It's short for Griffey. You're talking to me. I mean,
and here we go. Okay, here comes number 1. Here, get back here and catch Griff. Here we go.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Hey, wait, I haven't picked names yet.
Okay, here comes number 2. Good job. You're doing great. Just try and get all of that goop off of her face. That's right. Just go ahead and make sure that we get the airways clear, and let's bring them around so Lorraine can see. Oh, good job, Mama. Look at your beautiful babies.
You angels. You angels. I want to name them both Griff. I want to name them both Griff.
She wants to name them Griff.
What?
I think they look like Griffs to me, is what I meant to say.
That's a better save.
No.
She's that. You think both of these alpaca should be named after you right now?
Yeah. This is my first time catching a baby. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I love when animals have people names. All right. Little Griff and little Griffy, I guess. I'm Melody, by the way.
Oh, hi, Melody. Nice to meet you. Thanks for helping me, or helping you, I guess.
Where are you from?
New York, the city, not the. I mean, yeah, I guess it's the same thing, but yeah, the big one, the one in all the movies. But I'm rambling.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, New York City? I've never heard of a place like that.
Oh yeah. I'm sure.
Heard of New York.
Yeah. Okay. I understand that everyone's heard of New York.
I had a residency there, so.
Oh.
What part of New York?
Oh, Manhattan for a little bit. Stressful, but Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't really for me. Uh, but you delivered alpacas in New York?
Everyone's seen New York. I'm an alpaca. I've seen Sex in the City. I know what New York is. Everyone knows what New York is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, everyone has HBO, I don't think, but
What?
but no, no,
We have the internet here. Like,
yeah.
oh man, you are in for a treat, Griff. If you thought New York was stressful, just you wait, buddy.
I mean, yeah. I think it's gonna not be as stressful as this. I don't know. Sorry, I've got a lot of goop in my arms.
Yeah, oh yeah, gosh.
Where do you want these, by the way?
Yeah, you can just go ahead and put them down here in the straw.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
With us in here with Lorraine. Good job.
Oh, yeah. That's like a little manger.
Yeah. I'm gonna come out here, I don't know, every 90 minutes or so to check on her. Did you say that Chet sent you here for like a mentorship? Like what?
Yeah. Yeah. I was kind of I was looking to start doing alpaca farming, and he mentioned to raise them, and said that you'd be a great resource for that. But I think he just kind of wanted me out of his shop, to be honest. But I think I'm rambling a little bit, but stepping on my words. I'm a little nervous. I've never delivered a child before, but
Intense, huh? Yeah.
Hey, you don't notice when you forget 2 bags in somebody's store?
Well,
Hey,
I thought I had them all on my back.
How did you do this? 2 carry-ons.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Listen, he carried them. He got far with them. One of the tropes of like those Hallmark movies is people showing up at like a bar or a diner or something with all of their luggage, and then just like strolling around the village or whatever, everything like in an old Western or something. I can see this happening. I'm on their side. I'm going to check in with our actors first. We'll start with you. Any other characters that you're seeing coming up in Act 2? Anybody else you'd like to create, or somebody that you'd like to see, interact with your existing character?
Somebody I'd like to see. I feel like got chat. We've got Madeline. Was it Madeline? Marilyn?
Melody.
Melody. Sorry. I feel like maybe if not the like homeowner of wherever he's gonna end up staying, whether that's like Melody's parents or like this like whatever crusty local that has like a room to spare for this guy. I would like to see where whoever owns the home, he ends up having to spend the night in.
Love it. I love the fish out of water details that we're getting with this as well. Chris, same question. Any other characters that you see coming up in Act 2, or anybody else that you're interested in creating?
I feel like there's got to be Chet mentioned all these other city types that have come into and not made it at some point. I feel like there's a city type that is still there in town that is the foil to Griff, because he's like he feels threatened by Griff, and I think Griff is unable to realize that he's made an enemy or something.
Someone who's not in it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Like the people who chase tornadoes in the Twisters movies. Some them are
they're not in it. They're not scientists.
Maggie, same question. Any new characters you see coming up?
Yeah, I want the oops all llamas scene.
Oh, that's good.
But I love the conceit that some people can hear llamas talking or
alpacas.
Let's check in with our writers. We want to know what's coming next. What plot lines we want to get started, any twists, any seeds we want to plant. We're going to start with John. What are your thoughts, John?
I think it'd be interesting to see, because we've seen like kind of at the peaks of the breakdown with Griff. Be kind of interesting, because for this to endure, there's probably got to be something Griff finds in himself that's like a helpful trait, like maybe something that from his old life, something he was good at that is weirdly applicable to this situation that maybe can, like, maybe he's not the only character that can see that there's different ways to be smart. And maybe that could be a direction for it to go, for a little bit of a transformation for his character.
I love that. That's a real empathetic writing choice for this character.
Yeah.
Andy, same question. Any new plot lines or twists that you'd like to spring on us in Act 2?
A little bit piggybacking off of what John was just saying, I would really like to see learn a little bit more about is it Eleanor? Why did I lose her name? The alpaca.
Lorraine.
I just rearranged this in my head. I'd love to see like Lorraine's baby daddy is gone, and maybe Griff is like, supporting her, and they can bond in that way. They not in a weird way. Don't make it weird. But maybe he's like, helping with the kids, and it's like vibing.
I love that. Jamie, same initial question. Any plot lines that you see coming up for us in Act 2?
I think the idea you mentioned, that some people can hear the alpacas and some can't. I wonder what Melody, who is very empathetic and cares for the alpacas, what she thinks of Griff thinking that he can talk to the alpacas, but she cannot. Maybe that causes some tension or just questions there.
Yeah. And Jamie, give us a line of dialogue that you'd like to hear in Act 2.
Doesn't that hurt them?
Doesn't that hurt them? Andy, did you hear your line of dialogue in Act 1?
No, but sometimes I miss things. Oh, there it was.
Really? We got.
All right, cool. All right, so we have a tall order for Act 2. New characters, new plot lines. Oops, all alpacas coming soon. We know what we need to do. Val, are you ready for Act 2 of Wall Street?
Oh, yes. Let's go.
Let's go.
Did you hear that new guy in town?
I've been hearing about him.
I think he just landed. I wonder what he wants.
I saw a plane come over the hills.
Yeah.
Don't see that.
Go ahead. Are you all done with that soup? Can I take that from you, Bubba?
Yeah, there's a soup there. Yeah.
Here you go. Thanks. I'm so excited. I might go down to the diner later and see if I can hear the scuttlebutt, see what's going on. Another breakdown fresh from the city, you think?
There's gonna be another sad sap who came here to try and fix their life.
Hey, but these mountains might help him just like they helped you, huh?
These mountains didn't help me. They saved me.
Oh, Bubba, I know. It's exciting. I don't know, fresh blood, something new to talk about. I only talk about alpacas so much, and I love them.
I think at the end of the day, alpacas are what saved this town. And alpacas are what are going to keep us in this house.
So right, Bubba. You are so wise. What do you think it was? Do you think he was in like options? Was it futures? Do you think he I don't know. Was he really good or did he shit the bed? Did he lose a lot of money? Was it his money? Was it his boss's?
There's only one way to know. You get down to that local diner and you talk to that man.
All right. You sure you won't miss me too much, Bubba?
I'm going to take a soup nap. Hey, and you know what I always say about alpacas? They keep us warm with their hair.
And their hearts. I know it, Bubba. I know it.
Go on, get down there.
All right. All right. Hey there, Maisie. I'll take another cup of hot cocoa, too.
You got it.
Well, hi, welcome. How's it going? Hi, sir. Welcome to New Start Town.
Hey, hi. Wow. Nice to meet you. I'm Griff. Good cocoa.
Yeah, it's made with alpaca milk. It makes it nice and earthy.
Yeah, they do everything in bowls here. I feel like everything I've had has been in a bowl so far, you know?
Yeah, actually, Mabel's got a little shop uptown. When she couldn't really care for the animals anymore, she really got into throwing pottery, and she teaches workshops for us sometimes. Alpaca clay makes great pottery.
Everyone's so resourceful here. It's just, I don't know, it's so nice. Feels like you can just do everything with your hands and live off the land, and I don't know. I feel like I'm trying not to. Oh, it's so good. It's so hot.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. A lot of people from big cities seem to come here. That's the vibe that I've been getting.
We've had a few. I think people opened up that phone book and there must have been one ad somewhere in the New York City yellow pages that made people think of us here.
Saw it on a train.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then on a cab after I got off the train.
Wow.
And on
I'm Olivia. I was born here, so
yeah.
I've only been to New York a few times. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's the concrete jungle, you know.
Yeah.
It's,
this is the real jungle.
I know. There are a lot of trees and bugs and I've been looking for a store to just get out of this because I feel like it keeps getting bloodier and muddier, you know?
Looks like it used to be, what, is that a Hugo Boss suit? I'm sorry, bud.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Is this I didn't want to wear suits anymore. Anyway, it's the only thing I was wearing at the time. I just wanted to get out as soon as possible. So
well.
You old so-and-so, how are you? Are you making our new town friend welcome?
I actually I have a little bit of a bone to pick with this fresh new lander I see here.
Oh,
is that the smell of alpaca placenta on a three-piece suit that I'm smelling?
it might be somewhere.
It is.
Definitely.
It's absolutely what I'm smelling.
The
name's Dupree.
Oh, I am Griff.
No, I did it first.
No, I thought I was not
then
rubbed.
I retract it. No handshake for you.
Oh,
from Dupree. I lost everything when I came to this town. And my alpaca-based patisserie saved my life. And I won't have an upstart coming into my town and taking it from me.
Oh, Dupree, I don't know about it being just your town. I think there's plenty of Noosterton to go over.
I have been here for 7 months. If it's not my town, whose is it?
Let's just ask Bubba and see if he has any thoughts on it.
Don't do that. He scares me.
He scares everybody who's a newcomer.
Well, I will not be making, I promise to not go into competition with you.
You better not.
I would not do that. I'm just here.
If you try and open a bakery, I swear.
Never. I will not. I will not. I promise. Because I'm not looking to make any enemies. I am looking to make to do llamas, to do alpacas. Yeah.
Now, I don't want any Andy's standoffs. Griff, do you have a place to stay, or did you just hop on the first flight here that you could think of?
Do llamas.
Okay, Dupree, why don't you go back and make some more of those delicious alpaca goat cheese custard The ones with the little shaved chocolate on top that you make so good. If you
I'm
don't
gonna
mind.
bring them out just to make you realize what a sad story it would be for you to try and make a pastry quite like this.
Did I
Not
mention
surprised.
I delivered twins like an hour ago?
And now
Yeah,
a word from our sponsor.
I jotted down one line, and I don't necessarily need an explanation, but if there is one, the line was, "I'm gonna go take a soup nap." I'm assuming this is like you get full of soup and then you go lay down.
Oh yeah, for sure. If there was something deeper there though, like if we came back and he was in a big Campbell's can, like I would, please let it happen.
Yeah, I love that. Before we dig into what's happening in Act 3, Val, let us know what's new at the Trident Network.
Well, we're kind of waking up from a winter hibernation, and a lot of our shows are returning from some breaks. We have Decommentaries back, Full Storm on the podcast side, and we're gonna have a fresh Stupid Games, Stupid Prizes, and Witching Hour joining us back on here on Twitch next month. Yeah, just keep an eye out. We're going to be putting out some more videos on our YouTube. Basically just like imagine a giant that has been asleep and is now back awake again.
I have seen a few times recently this bear that has just woken up from like hibernation, just like staggering out of its little like hut.
Yeah, that's us.
With like bed head. It's so sweet. I know that he's terrifying, but it's so cute. We're going to check in with our actors. It's almost time for Act 3, the finale of this episode. Chris, we'll start with you. At the top of our episode, we asked you for backstory and like history and secrets from your character. Has any of that changed for you, or anything that's like developing that you're realizing about your character?
Yeah, I feel like my character is absolutely was never made for the world that he came from, and has not figured out why yet, but it's like that he absolutely hates confrontation in all forms. Like city raised, but never is looking for a gentle life or something. So
I think he made the right move. I really feel good about this decision. Maggie, same question. Initially was with your first character, but for any of your characters, anything that you see evolving or changing?
Yeah, I love like a la Schitt's Creek, like what if they're all just like proud of the community they have and they're welcoming and it's a nice place to be, and like I don't know, I think that it can still be like everything. Life is hard even if you're doing everything awesome. So like what if this show isn't just like this poor guy going through a million things and everyone makes it worse? Like what if everyone's also trying to make it better?
You guys are really making me want to watch this show.
Yeah.
This is my new like feel good watch. Will, same question. Anything that you told us initially that has developed for you, or that you're backtracking on, or that you've learned?
I think this would be the point, where like you're seeing, I love the Schitt's Creek, like you saw him come in and like be the odd one out and make every faux pas he could, and now you're gonna see the community like support him regardless, because whether or not they like that he's here, he is here now and he is a member of the community. I think like we're probably gonna see Chet again checking back in on his luggage-ridden friend, and like I think the if not acceptance, but like understanding that they are gonna be here for now, and while they are here, you may as well treat them as a member of the community.
I love the idea of every episode Chet has something else that was left behind.
Yeah.
Here's your shaving kit. Here's your
I was gonna say.
With our writers, we want to know any loose ends in this episode that we need to tie up. before this episode's over, or any seeds that you'd like to plant for future episodes. I'm going to start with Jamie.
I'm trying to think. I think more about, was it Dupree, the character, the baker? Yes. I don't know. I was like, is he also from New York? Did they maybe possibly know each other? Did they cross paths in the past? That I think that would be interesting to explore.
I love the idea of a flashback where we realized they were in the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
Let's see. Andy, same question. Any loose ends or cliffhangers?
I know we totally. I know we want to be supportive of our boy, and I think a great way to do that and to make sure this pilot has a life for 10 seasons, we got to reveal like a town crisis that Griff is perfect to solve. I'm a Gilmore Girls guy, so I love a town meeting scene. Maybe it's financially related. I don't know.
They need someone who can crunch numbers.
Yeah.
John, same initial question. Any dangling plot threads we need to close up, or anything you'd like to send us out of this episode with?
Yeah, I feel like it's piggybacking a little bit on what's being developed here, but we got this. I like the idea of Dupree being like, don't be a rival with me, but then the guy's going to be a farmer, and it's like they supply, like he would wind up naturally just being a supplier, and it's kind of that's a funny relationship to have a little bit. It's okay, it's he's not trying to be that at all. It's almost subverting the guy. It's almost subverting the conflict and expanding upon it a little bit by denying him by just being the right thing for the right time
for him.
Yeah, if your rival solves a problem for you, that's hard to get over sometimes. John, give us a line of dialogue that you'd like to hear in this act.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's just say an alpaca told me.
I'm going to give the line before that, which is, where did you hear that? All right, we're barreling forward, wrapping up this episode. Act 3 of Wall Street. Val, are you ready?
Let us do it.
Let's go.
All right, buddy. As Chet of Chet's Feed Store, I bring this town meeting into order. We're here obviously to discuss the fur contract.
The fur contract.
I know. Listen, people, no one's happy about the current wool contract. All right, but we need ideas. I don't know how to deal with these city folk and their business ways. You want to come in and buy feed, I get it. It's a 1-for-1 thing. But I need the farmers to have money.
Melody.
I think we shouldn't settle. I think we shouldn't. I know things are really lean right now, but it's who we are. If we try to change all of these farms from alpaca farms to, I don't even know what kind of fur. What are we gonna have? What are we gonna have? Minks? What kind of fur? Like, my family isn't a furrier family.
You can't make a soup out of mink milk.
That's right, Bubba. That's right. Bubba busted his ass. This town is built not only on the backs of each other, but on the alpaca's backs. I think that we shouldn't change who we are just because things got a little tough.
Of course, listen, we're all alpaca all the time. We all know that. And nobody wants to change it. We're sitting on mountains of alpaca wool. Mountains of the stuff. Pure, soft.
Also, that doesn't harm the animals. If you have to make a coat out of a mink, doesn't that hurt them?
Pretty sure you got to kill them, which I think hurts them.
What are we going to do with the rest of a mink?
I think you throw it out.
Hey, you guys do like a hand raising system here, or like
if you're about to announce a restaurant, you put your hand down, sir.
Dupree, let him talk. I bet he's not opening a restaurant.
I think I could help. It just feels like this is a numbers game or something. Like it just feels like maybe I'm not trying to, I feel like I put my foot in my mouth a lot. I'm not trying to talk down to anybody here. Whether it be a llama or a farmer or a baker or a shop owner, but I think that maybe I could help. Just
I don't know, Griff. You think you can handle the numbers? It sounds like you ran away from the numbers.
I ran away from a life I didn't want to live anymore. But I've only been here for a few days, but I can't imagine not living in a place like this, or this is a beautiful place with everyone's so friendly to me. Maybe a little competitive sometimes, but or ornery, or I'm new here, but I want to help, and I could do that. I was still good at math, but not doing it for evil things like Wall Street and making a lot of rich people money. But small towns, you deserve to be able to get by and make this work and live off the land.
I think he's got a point. We've all had a breakdown before we came to live here. I think we can all say it. I never even really understood what trading is.
Well,
but it sounds like we got a numbers man here.
What do you think, Chet? Can we give him a shot?
I'm open to it. If he picks up his toiletries bag from my shop and we can finally clear it out, I'm saying let's let him at the numbers. If everyone in town agrees, we can move all our wool through this man.
I've heard it said here a couple times, but I feel like we're all Paka, right? I know I'm new here, but
we're more than all Paka. We're roommates. I'll let him stay in my house. It's official.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I guess all that's left to do is to take a vote. Bubba, why don't you cast the first vote? What do you say? Stay in Alpaca Pack?
I was asleep. I had a soup. I took a sip of soup right in the beginning of the meeting, and it took me.
But just raise your hand and say yes. This man wants to save our town.
Save our town.
All in favor?
Okay, I'm seeing it.
Any opposed?
Seeing it. We're seeing the hands. We're seeing that. Dupree, let him stay. Let him stay. All right.
I'm sorry, you don't really get a vote. You have to be a citizen for 90
Dupree,
days.
You have been here for 7 months, Dupree. You pay your taxes, Dupree.
All right.
All right, it's official, Chet. Griff, you're also. Is that a first name, last name?
It's first name, but it's family name. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Chet, be nice. He's trying to save us. Will you just put away your gruff for 2 minutes? Put away your gruff for Griff.
All right. I'll put my gruff away for you, Griff.
Well, city boy, why don't you go take a look at those numbers and save our town, huh?
I'm on it.
Credits roll.
What a beautiful episode of television. I really liked the roommates twist. Really, like we've got a couple thing happening. Let's check in with our actors. This is such a great way to start the year with like a heartfelt oddity. Also, Maggie, that shag wig is.
I'm so feeling it.
I love her. We're gonna start with our actors. We'll start with Maggie. Maggie, are there any shows that this reminds you of? Or if you were gonna pair it with a show on a schedule, what would you pick?
Yeah, like Schitt's Creek, Northern Exposure. I feel like there was another uh I'm it's not a show. I don't care. A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
this is on like a rerun of this is on. There's like 4 episodes on a Sunday afternoon, and then A Million Ways to Die in the West is right after this.
Yeah.
I love that. Will, same question. Any shows this reminds you of? Anything that you would pair it with?
Definitely like a very like Schitt's Creek, like Letterkenny type vibe, where I feel like we're gonna be hitting a lot of those jokes when like you will see the Lorraine scene, you will see a soup nap, you will see Dupree misunderstanding. Like I definitely think it fits perfectly in with that. It fit in that block pretty nicely.
With the name Dupree, are those spelled the same way?
I hope not. I would hope not.
One is like DPRI and one is E.
Yeah.
Love that.
Got to keep them on their toes.
Chris, same question. Any other shows that this reminds you of, or any vibes that you'd like to schedule it with?
Oh, I loved the Letterkenny, and yeah, I think for like Schitt's Creek, those are both really great, like kind of like things to fit in there. I feel like it's almost like it feels like a 90s show, even though I think we firmly were in like at least the early 2000s there. As with just the internet access.
Oh yeah.
But it feels like a Comedy Central produced kind of like somebody like talking your ear off about this at a party because they're like, oh, there's this one season of this show and it was really getting there, and then but it was in the 90s, so it had 52 episodes inexplicably for one season. So
a conceit for the show that I would like to pitch is that anytime a character says llama, there's like a crowd behind them that's like alpaca. Wherever even if they think they're alone, like llamas, and then a window opens. I'll check in with our writers. Jamie, we'll start with you. This show's getting picked up. We're greenlighting this pilot. What happens in episode 2?
Episode 2, I think we need to find out more about the fur contract and what exactly is, where is the fur going, who is the contract with, those types of things.
Yeah. I'm picturing when they said there was just a mountain of wool, I pictured those infamous cheese caves that are in Missouri somewhere.
Oh, God.
John, similar question, but for our season finale, we have a 22 episode order. How are we ending our season?
Well, this sort of feels like in the pilot, everybody's come together and it's going to be like, from now, everybody almost as a unit against, maybe whoever's on the other side of I'm almost picturing like an Amazon type situation or some type, one of the many threats to small town, wherever this is located, that clearly there's something where the town was, maybe we find out the town was really on the brink here and this guy coming in, and it'd be great to see, like wouldn't that be heartwarming, is like they drive out the Amazon fur. Amazon fur is no more. It's they own it now.
Yeah,
I think that's the finale.
I from your lips. Andy, you already mentioned this show. It's going to get a long run. Big picture. We have like a wide scope of this show. Season 5, season 10. Where are we 5 years from now?
I can tell you the very last scene of this show.
Wow.
The very last image of this show. You go to a New York City shop and you see alpaca products everywhere.
It worked.
Like whatever, like Dupree's Bakery, black and white cookie, alpaca. You know?
Yeah.
They have transcended, they've grown, and they've brought the small town to New York.
I love that.
And Carrie Bradshaw is just eating.
Everybody's in sweaters. I really feel like we really did it. I missed this show, so I'm a little biased, but this one, there's a spark here, and I think that we should meet again later and hammer out this season. Get some beats, get some pitches and treatments going.
Contracts.
Table reads.
Yeah. We aren't done though. I do apologize. I hyped this up, but we're not done. I'm a firm believer that a good sitcom has a theme song.
Oh, wow.
Saying goodbye tonight. We are going to hear from our cast tonight the theme to Wall Street. Everybody in your Zoom windows, feel free to do your best opening credits poses. Val, thank you so much. Thank you to the Trident Network. Follow Trident Network on every social media platform. Like and subscribe. If you're an Amazon Prime member, even though we did just cancel Amazon, if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can subscribe to our Twitch for free. That's already included. Thank you so much for watching. Also, our hearts are with everybody. We have so many West Coast guests for this show and LA friends. Anybody who's still dealing with the fires in California, we're on your side. Everybody donate and help out where you can. And on a real pivot, we're going to hear the theme. Everybody have a good night.
Things go up and things come down. Sometimes that's stock prices, sometimes it's luck. But come on down and put your money into a place where the dividends come to you down at Wall Street.
Down at Wall Street. Down at Wall Street. Alpacas and mud. Friendship and family in Wall Street.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.